Mami Gari Priye Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine Namaha Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaurakata Damadaya Nagara Gramatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Once again I welcome. Nobody has joined but still it's okay. Both the kids have joined and Renuka Mataji is there. So for Shesh Prabhu and Barka Mataji, do you know out of 700 verses, who spoke how many verses? Like Krishna spoke how many, Arjuna spoke how many, Sanjaya spoke how many? One we know Dhritarashtra. Sorry. One
Yes,
first verse. First was Dhritarashtra. After that, Sanjaya, Arjuna and Krishna. Are you aware? Easy way to remember, I'll tell you. 5, 7. Actually, generally, I remember both are my lucky numbers. 25th is my birth date, so I remember 5 and 7. 5, 7, 4. 574. Okay, that's a maximum. So 5, 7, 4 spoken by Krishna. Then 74 is there, no, just add 10. 74 is in the 10th column. 10th column, 7 is there, so you add 10. Remember like that. So 84 is Arjuna. Okay. And almost all 50%. 50% of 84 is 42, but one less than that. 41 Sanjaya has spoken. Okay, Mataji? So 574, 574, then 84, then 41, 1. Easy to remember. Okay?
Yes, Mataji.
So if you
Okay,
add, it
Mataji.
will be 700. 574 by Krishna, 84 by this one, Arjuna, 41 by Sanjaya, and 1 verse by Dhritarashtra. Okay, Mataji? Prabhuji?
Okay, Mataji.
Okay,
Hare,
Mataji.
yeah, Hare Krishna. And one small exercise I am giving you. Okay? Just find out, since nobody has joined, we are taking time, but why no one has joined, I don't know. They have not sent message in the group today. I did not.
Mataji, today they have sent only this chapter's conclusion, chapter PPT and PDF and this one small this thing link they have not sent. But with yesterday's link only they can join.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will again put message, Mataji. There is one more group.
I think they might have got doubt because, yeah, I sent Mataji. In both the groups I sent.
No, actually one more group is there, Mataji, for
Both I sent,
volunteers.
Mataji.
So I
Adult
will.
and this, both I sent.
No, Mataji, one more is there. In that you are not there. That is only for volunteers.
Oh, okay, okay.
I will send usually reminders to them so that they will send to the participants to
So
attend the
they might have
class.
thought today classes finished, na Mataji, yesterday. 18, others finish. You can send Mataji. Classes started today is 18. Same thing you can forward there.
Yes, I have done, Mataji. I have
Okay,
forwarded.
very good. Okay. Mataji and Shresh Prabhu and Barka Mataji, what you can do is, you can find out verses with Shunu, Asamshayam, and Tattva. Tattvavit, Tattvam. Okay, these 3 verses, words. You can find out. How many verses? Just find out. It's not, no need to be very perfect. So how many verses are with the Shunu? Because that hearing word is very important in Bhakti. Then Asamshayam, Krishna tells with conviction. Many verses he tells with conviction, there is no doubt in it. So what are those verses? Asamshayam, and tattva. See, for example, in 18th chapter, you take, I will tell. You have the book, right? So in 18th chapter, verse number 45, you see. स्वे स्वे कर्मण्यभिरतः संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्मनिरतसिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु. So there is one shrunu. Then you come to tattva. Tattvam means the absolute truth. Tattvam, that's a tattvam. Tattva, we have this verse also, no? Tadvidhi pranipatena, like that. 55, you see. There are two tattva in one verse itself. Very important verse. Bhaktya mama vijanati yavan yaschashmi tattvataha. Tato mam tattvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram. Okay? And then asamshayam. You can see 68 verse number. Yayamam paramam guhyam madbhakteshva vidhasyasti bhaktim mai param kritva mame vaishyasya samshayaha. There is no doubt in it, they will attain me. So Krishna has told, without doubt, they will attain me many a times. So you just find out of your own interest, you write what are all the verses, you write chapter name, verse number, otherwise chapter number and verse number and the verse. Like that you write. Okay, Mataji and Prabhuji?
Okay, Mataji.
This, helps us to learn a lot. So similarly, 7th chapter, the first verse, Shrunu. Yesterday also I told one verse, if you remember, 9th, 8th, something like that. In the 17th chapter also there is one Shrunu. What was that? I told yesterday and today I forgot. Second verse. Trivida bhavati shraddha dehinam sa swabhavaja satviki rajasi chaiva tamasim cheti tam shrunu. Okay? Like that you find out, Mataji. Because whenever you talk about Shravanam is very important, you can refer these verses. Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita in these verses that listen to me carefully. So this listening has been coming from the time when the child is in the womb of the mother. Why we lack spirituality these days? Because we have lost this hearing ability. That is the reason we are not able to transcendentally grow. Because just we don't have that listening ability. Shravanam, it starts with Narsimha, what is that? Prahlad Maharaj. In 7th canto of which chapter I forgot. 7th canto of Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj tells this. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Bhada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam Tata. So he starts with Shravanam. So like that, we can, you can. When we do Krishna book, I will tell you, you all will have to present one paragraph, read, and you have to explain. Okay, Mataji and Prabhuji? Renuka Mataji also will join us. But Vamshi Prabhu, don't think he will have time in the morning. I will conduct. You are in the group, no, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. We were thinking of continuing with the Krishna book reading.
Sure, Mataji.
That is tomorrow, just for half an hour. Max 35 to 40 minutes, including opening prayer, everything put together. Okay, Hare Krishna.
What time, Mataji?
Same time, Prabhu. 7 to 7:30.
Sure, okay, Mataji.
Yes. Who is going to read Moksha Sannayasa Yoga? Half. Like yesterday we will do. Okay. I'm not going to explain anything today from the PPT because there are very important verses. Once the PPT is over, then I will go to the this one, Veda base. Okay. Hare Krishna. Who is going to? Yesterday, who read first? I think Shresh Prabhu. Today, Barka Mataji first. Last got Shresh Prabhu. Okay. So,
Okay,
exactly 39. 39 you can read. Yes, Barka Mataji. First 39. Okay. Yeah. Read Mataji.
Mataji will share.
Oh, I haven't shared. Sorry. I think I have shared.
Sorry, Mataji.
And I'm waiting. Yeah, is it shared now?
Yes, Mata.
Okay, okay. Hare Krishna. Moksha Sannayasa Yoga. So finally, what is that? That is what I told you. Remember, oh, life's victory is Ante Narayana Smriti. That's the end of it. So for that Ante Narayana Smriti, how will it come? Last minute, just before dying, can we remember the Lord? Definitely not. Then we should not repent in the next birth. Why I am suffering? Right? So we have to prepare. Life is the preparation, death is the examination. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Freedom from bondage through karma yoga. 18.1 to 12, Pavanani Manishina. The 5 factors of action. 18.13 to 17, Panchaita Tasya Hetavaha. The 3 modes control everything. 18.18 to 40, Natad Asti Pritivyamva. Purification through Varnashrama Dharma. 18.41 to 48, Shreyan Swadharma Vigunaha. Brahman platform confidential knowledge. 18.49 to 55, Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati. Pure Bhakti, acting in Krishna consciousness. 18.56 to 66, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Conclusion. 18.67 to 78, Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna.
It is so beautiful. You see, the first Krishna is talking about what? Karma Yoga. That's what he started with the 3rd chapter. So once again, he is concluding. Verse number 1 to 12 is chapter 3 to 6. Then he is coming to Jnana Yoga. 5 factors we need for performing any work. That is 18.14 in this chapter. 14th verse is Adhishtanam tata karta karanam cha pritak vidam vividaksha pritak cheshta daivim cha panchamam. So 5 factors including the sanction of the soul. This is a jnana. So he is again revising about jnana yoga. For 3 to 6 karma yoga and 13 to 18. Chapter 13 to chapter 18, of course, chapter 13 to chapter 17 only Jnana Yoga. 18th chapter is conclusion. All he is, recapitalizing everything because Arjuna should not have forgotten. And finally, till the end of 17th chapter, Arjuna has not given any confirmation that he will fight. So finally, Krishna is motivating. So beautifully, Krishna is motivating Arjun. If any child comes and tell, Amma, tomorrow I have exam, but I have not studied, I don't want to go. No parent will be so patiently explaining. No parent will be able to motivate like this. And so beautifully, Krishna has been motivating for almost more than an hour, 18 chapters. He's motivating. So these are all the lessons we have to learn from Bhagavad Gita. That is why we say Bhagavad Gita is life manual. Any topic you take, any problem you take, answer is there in Bhagavad Gita. It is only with our limited senses we are not able to understand the answer. So during that time, if anybody is perplexed, what should we do? We should immediately tell Karpanyatosho Pahataswabhava Prachamitvam Dharma Sammuda Chetaga Et Shreyasya Nishitam Brugitanme Shishyaste Agam Chadimam Tvam Prapannam. At least this we can say, right? Oh Krishna, I have lost all my composure now. I don't know what to do. I'm not able to decide. Now I'm your disciple. You only guide me. This weekend. Another one verse all have to by heart, and we all have to, before any lesson, anything, whether college, school, you all sit and study. What do you have to do? Krishna gives the memory, knowledge, and forgetfulness. So first we have to tell that shloka, and then we have to start studying. You will never forget what you are learning. When I was young and all, I was not at all in Krishna consciousness. Last 3 years after the COVID only, we all have taken up. So he said, no, after 60 years of age we have joined Krishna consciousness. But you all are very young. So what you should do? Sarvasya chagam gridi sannivishto mattaha smriti jnanam apoganam cha vedaishcha sarvai agameva vedyo vedanta krit veda videva chagam. You should tell this and start studying. 15.15. The first one was 2.7. These are the things, that is why Bhagavad Gita is life manual. And then after that, okay, when we talk about jnana, very important jnana is to know that the 3 secrets, if you remember, the secret, most secret, most secret. So in the 2nd chapter, he told the secret thing. And in the 9th chapter, he told actually most secret. But before that, he told the more secret in the 7th chapter. Still, in the 15th chapter also, last but one verse, he again told, Idi guhyatamam shastram idamuktam mayanaga etad budva buddhiman syat krita krityascha bharata. Idi guhyatamam shastram. Last one he is saying again. This is the most secret knowledge. So, please follow this knowledge. What Krishna is telling again in the 15th chapter, most secret. So, what is the secret he told? Last verse tells this is the most secret. What is the secret? Yoma majavam sammuda jnanati purushotamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Yoma majama asammudam. See, he is telling, once, 15th chapter is like a Purusha Uttama Yoga. He explained about 2 types of people. And he also told Uttama Purushastvanya Paramatmet Yudahritaha. Apart from this fallible and infallible. Fallible in this material world, infallible in the upper planetary system. Above that Uttama Purusha is there. That is why that chapter is Purushottama Yoga. So that is the most secret knowledge in 15th chapter he is saying. So these all. So that is 3 modes of guna. When 14, 16, also in 17. 3 chapters he explained, because only one reason, whatever we do, the soul desires, no? Soul desires. That is a root cause for all suffering. Karshati. What is that? Mamavamsho jivaloke jiva bhutta sanatana managa shashtan indriyani prakriti stanir karshati. Though my part and parcel, why are they suffering? Because prakriti stanir, in this material nature, they have to suffer because material nature is imbibed with 3 gunas. So, soul desires according to the guna which it is conditioned, which it has embodied, tehinosmin, with the previous birth. So, if we do not want to suffer in the next birth, we have to come to at least Sattva Guna in this birth. So, if we saw the seed of Sattva Guna in this birth, next birth will be no Karshati. We don't have to suffer. Right? And yesterday I told so many verses for purification of Varnashrama Dharma. Whatever work we do in the Varnashrama Dharma, if it is not for Paramdrishtva Nivartate, it is simply Shramayevaihi Kevalam. Right? Dharma Swanishtitapum Sam Vishwaseno Katasuyaha Swanishitasya Dharmasya. Na utpadayet yatiratim shramayevaihi kevalam. If those varnashrama activities, na utpadayet yatiratim. If they do not produce rati, bhava, prema for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, shramayevaihi kevalam. What we are performing is a pure waste of time and energy. Okay, so Manusha Janma, we will waste it. And in the next one, what did he say? Swanishita dharma atapumbid vijastresha varnashrama vibhagashaga swanishitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. Then what should we do? We have to perform all varnashrama activities in order to please the Lord. Only then our heart will be purified of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Then we will come to Brahman platform. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. We don't suffer, we don't think, we don't desire. One who lives in the Brahma Bhuta stage, all the time thinking of the Supreme Lord. Then we have done, this is beautiful. You are not able to understand anything, don't worry. Forget everything. Simply follow pure bhakti. What is pure bhakti? Try to remember Krishna. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. That's all. You do that, that means you will surrender unto me. So that is what, the moment you surrender, all papas of any janma will be eradicated. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papepyo. Immediately, aham, I, tvam, your, sarva papepyo, mokshayishyami ma shucha. I will eradicate all the sins and I will give you Moksha, liberation. So now I have explained everything. So just go on reading, Mataji. Then we will take Veda base and we will see. Hare Krishna. This is Keshi. Keshi, that Krishna's avatar, Krishna book. Krishna book is full of all these things only. Krishna book written by Srila Prabhupada. Why did he write? He was in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and he was suffering lot many heart attacks, etc. So he had a doubt, will I be there to finish Bhagavatam, all 12 cantos, and 10th canto is the most important canto. All Krishna Leelas come in that only. So what he did, okay, by chance, so it is better I will start the 10th chapter, 10th canto in a separate book. So Krishna book is nothing but, I have it in Tamil, this book, Krishna book, this is in Tamil actually. This book is full of 10th canto. I think 82 chapters are there and all are full of 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. 90 chapters are there. Okay. So if we read that, that will be really amazing to know Krishna's pastimes. Yes. Hari Bol. Yes, Mataji. First was
Arjuna uvacha Sannayasasya mahabaho tattvamicchami veditum Tyagasya cha hrishikesha pratakkeshi nishudana.
Arjuna said, you have the book right, Mataji? Can you read from there?
Yes, Mataji. Arjuna said, O mighty armed one, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation, Tyaga, and of the renounced order of life, Sannyasa. O killer of the Keshi demon, Rishikesha.
This is very important. Renounced order and sannyasa. That is what you call renounced order and renunciation. Renunciation is what? Tyaga. We leave everything and go to Himalaya and sit. But renounce order is what? We do everything. All activities we do, but we surrender the karma pala. We don't enjoy the fruits of the karma. We surrender the fruits of the karma under the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Kamyanam Karmanam Nyasam Sannyasam Kavayo Viduhu Sarva Karma Palatyagam Prahustyagam Vichakshanaha. The Supreme Lord said, to give up the results of all activities is called renunciation, Tyaga, by the wise. And that state is also called the renounced order of life, Sannyasa, by great learned men. Some learned men declare that all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up. But there are yet other sages who maintain that acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance should never be abandoned.
This is very, very important. Even once comes to anybody comes to sannyasa order or renounced order, whatever it is, they should not give up yajna dana tapa. Because the more yajna dana tapa we do, it purifies our heart. Today morning, when I was listening to one lecture for today's chapter only, sacrifice is yajna. Yajna purifies the, penance purifies the mind. Yajna purifies the, three, what do you call that? Three miseries. Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, Adi Daivik, right? The more we do sacrifice, that means what will happen? Our mind will be purified. That means we will not get Adhyatmik Klesha. Note it down. Today only I learned it. But I forgot the Prabhu's name. He is in Sydney, Australia. He has given every day I used to hear, different people like. So he said, the more sacrifice, we do. Sacrifice in the sense, whatever like mind will be, no, what is that? Yajna. So the more we do yajna, and the more we do charity, and the more we do tapasya. Tapasya purifies our mind. So that means the adhyatmic kleshas will go. Sacrifice, we do it for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yajna Purusha. So the more sacrifice we do, Adi Daivik kleshas will be eradicated. Charity to whom we give? People who live in the society. So the more charity we give, Adi Bhautik kleshas will be vanquished. Okay. So sacrifice, Adi Daivik, because yajna is for the Supreme Lord, charity is for the society. So Adi Bhautik, penance is for the mind, to purify the heart and mind. So Adhyatmik Klesha, it's a nice thing, So nobody, in whichever order they are in, they should never give up Yajna Dana Tapa, because Yajna Dana Tapa purifies one's heart. Yes.
यज्ञ दान तपा कर्मा न त्याजं कर्म सकार्यमेव तत् यज्ञो दानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणाम्. Acts of sacrifice, charity and penance are not to be given up but should be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity and penance purify even the great souls. एतान्यपि तु कर्माणि संगं त्यक्त्वा बलानि च कर्तव्यानीति मे पार्थ निश्चितं मतमुत्तमम्. All these activities should be performed without any expectation of result. They should be performed as a matter of duty. O son of Pritha, that is my final opinion.
Because Krishna has told in many places, Ahaituki Apratigata. Bhakti should be Ahaituki, without any expectation. Apratigata, without any interruption. Okay? Yeah. 18.7. Mataji, we have to, read the verse and read this. Then it will be good, Mataji. Niyatasya shu sannayasa karmano nopapadyate mohat yasya parityaga tamasa parikirtitaha. So in this is, anybody who performs the duty, they perform with the mode of ignorance. That is why. Yes. Then 18.8. That is, Dukamityeva yat karma kaya klesha bhayatyajhet sa kritva rajasam tyagam. Rajasam. So that is one who sacrifices in the mode of Rajasa. That is passion. Naiva tyaga palam labet. Okay, and the 18.9 is Karya mitteva yat karma niyatam kriyate arjuna sangam tyaktva palam chaiva satyaga satvikamataha. Okay, so what does this say? That is, in the mode of ignorance, people won't even do the prescribed duty. They will not do yajna dana tapa. Who are in ignorance, because they are in illusion. What is ignorance related to? Pramada alasya nidrabhihi. They will keep sleeping. They will be always lazy. So why will they perform the prescribed duty? Previous slide we saw. One has to perform the, as a duty at least we have to perform. This is what we saw. So here what is saying again? People who are in passion, they will perform the beautiful question what Arjuna is asking in this chapter. Right? But they are saying passionable people will perform activities according to what gives them name and fame. They will not be performing prescribed duties. Prescribed duties are what? What is prescribed in the Vedas? Pious activities. Though it is a fruitive activity, it's okay. Krishna is going to teach us in the next few verses how to transcend from Sakama Karma to Nishkama Karma. So at least we have to do Sakama Karma, no? But these people are, there is a possibility that they may not even do Sakama Karma or Akarma. They will be invariably doing Vikarma, that is impious activities. So only in mode of goodness we perform the prescribed duties. Whether we understand or not, we perform prescribed duty. That is sufficient. Krishna tells, no, artho jignasu artharthi, jnanicha bharatarsabha. Let anybody come to me. If they are in distress, like Draupadi, they are calling me for help. Gajendra, they are calling me for help. Let them call. For Dhruva Maharaj, he is calling me for wealth. It's okay. For everybody, the Lord gave his mercy. Is it not? So it is okay. At least you learn and to do the prescribed duty as a matter of duty only you do know. That's what. So did you understand this slide? Very important. Ignorant people don't understand what is duty. They always live in illusion. Passionable people, sometimes they may do, but they are not doing with an intention of doing. They may do in fear. Otherwise, they may do not those duties, any other activity. But people who are in goodness, they will do at least thinking it is my duty. Hare Krishna.
O mighty armed Arjuna, learn from me of the 5 factors which bring about the accomplishment of all action. These are declared in Sankhya philosophy to be the place of action, the performer, the senses, the endeavor, and ultimately the super soul.
Haribol, this is a very wonderful verse. I keep referring, you all might have seen already, right? It is like, that without the 5 elements, see, the soul needs a body. Only then it can satiate its desire. Main objective of the soul, taking a body, is to satisfy that desire, unsatiated desire of the previous birth to satisfy. That is why the Lord has given us a suitable body. So the conditioned soul takes a suitable body. Accordingly, it takes ears, senses, everything. We learnt in the, day before verse 16, right? Okay. What is Sankhya philosophy? Sankhya means counting. Sankhya philosophy is this body is made up of 24 elements. So the soul takes a body which is made up of 24 elements in order to satiate, in order to fulfill its desire. But that desire only is not sufficient. To fulfill the desire, what are all needed? There is a doer needed. So doer is the soul itself is the doer. One more example today I heard, I will tell, just woodcutter example. And after that, what is it? Karanam, instruments we need. If we feel hungry, desire is there, I want to eat. And okay, soul is there, so we can walk and go to the kitchen, right? But we need the hand. We need to take it out from the vessel and put it into our mouth. So senses are required, the sense organs are required. So performer is the soul. Karta, Karanam are the instruments, which are the senses. Vividaksha Pritak Cheshta. Cheshta is the endeavor. So some people, some people are in coma. Senses are there. They will feel, sometime. What to say? We see, all the senses are working. We put a stitch or something, they will feel, yes, I'm having the consciousness. But they may not be able to act. Okay, leave that. No problem. Some people who don't have any strength, they may look hale and it's so nice, they will look. They may have the intelligence also. But you tell them to do something, they will say, sorry, I don't have the strength to do. I can't do it. There are 84,000 yonis are there in human itself. How many we see mentally retarded? They have everything. And so for some of them, some portion of the brain will work also. But the conceiving ability, intelligence will not be working. So many things are there. So all come together. Finally, if the Paramatma sanctions, only then we can do any work. Otherwise, how can we do? But we don't understand that. So if the field only is there, if the seed is not there, can we grow the crop? No. Okay, field is also there, seed is also there. Then don't we need water, sun, heat, light, etc.? We need that also. Okay, everything is there. And the farmer is not harvesting, or the farmer is not plowing, he is not giving the fertilizer. Fertilizer is there. So he should have the ability to do work, endeavor. Only then any work can be. So karma, doing a karma is not that easy. All these 5 factors are needed in order to perform any Activity. Activity only. Here it is said as action. So place of action and performer of action, instruments of action. So finally, sanctioner for the action. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Therefore, one who thinks himself the only doer, not considering the 5 factors, is certainly not very intelligent and cannot see things as they are.
That is why Jnana Yoga, right? What do I mean?
Knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the 3 factors which motivate action. The senses, the work, and the doer comprise the threefold basis of action.
So if the ball is coming from up, first we should have the knowledge the ball is coming towards me, my direction, I should move here and there and I should catch. That much knowledge is required. Then next one is the 3 factors. That is, all the senses have to, like a hand has to go, eye has to see, like all those senses have to perform. And finally, you should have the ability to do also. Still, sometimes what happened, we say, no, the Lord was not supporting India, that's why we didn't win and all, we say. Yeah, what everything is predestined. Nothing is out of, nothing is out of one's desire only. The Lord finally has to sanction it. Yes. This is an exercise. This exercise, if you fit yourself in the first column, you give 3 marks to you. So have a pen, paper, and keep giving mark. So you can say slide number 1 in this one. Whatever is the first column, what Mataji is going to read, and second column, if she reads, if you think you are fit for the second column, give 2 marks. If you think you are fit for the first column, then you give only 1 mark. Finally, we will see. You don't have to give me at all. Tell me at all. Just to know where do we stand. Just to know how much we have to work more. That is the reason. Okay. Hare Krishna. So, 3 things now it will come. You will understand in this example. Yes. Read Mataji. 3 kinds of knowledge.
18.20. That knowledge by which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all existences, undivided in the divided, is knowledge in the mode of goodness. 18.21. That knowledge by which a different type of living entity is seen to be dwelling in different bodies is knowledgeable in the mode of passion. 18.22. And that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as the all in all without knowledge of the truth and which is very meager is said to be in the mode of darkness.
So where you fit yourself, if you fit in 18.20, you give 3 marks. 2.1, 2 marks. I'm very sure nobody in this platform will be in last. Hare Krishna.
3 kinds of actions based on the modes of material nature. 18.23. As for actions, that action in accordance with duty, which is performed without attachment, without love or hate, by one who has renounced fruitive results, is called action in the mode of goodness. 18.23. But action performed with great effort by one seeking to gratify his desire, and which is enacted from a sense of false ego, is called action in the mode of passion. 18.24. And that action performed in ignorance and delusion, without consideration of future bondage or consequences, which inflicts injury and is impractical, is said to be action in the mode of ignorance.
Any examples are there? Jadavarata. When Jadavarata was, the tribes took him, dressed him up nicely, gave him a lot to eat, etc. And finally, they were about to slit his head. Both he was equipoised. And so first one talks about the equipoise, whether I get a gold medal or I get a passing mark. I leave the result to the Lord, like that. But we have to endeavor. Without working, we can't say. After working also, I didn't get, okay, it's okay, Krishna, that's what you wanted. Like that, we have to take it equally. And the next one is great effort by one seeking to gratify his own desires, his own senses. So that is, they are in the mode of passion. The last one, no action at all. Same thing is repeated. Okay, yes.
3 kinds of workers based on the modes of material nature. 18.26. The worker who is free from all material attachments and false ego, who is enthusiastic and resolute, and who is indifferent to success or failure, is a worker in the mode of goodness. 18.27. But that worker who is attached to the fruits of his labor and who passionately wants to enjoy them, who is greedy, envious, and impure, and moved by happiness and distress, is a worker in the mode of passion. 18.28. And that worker who is always engaged in work against the injunction of the scripture, who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others, who is lazy, always morose, and procrastinating, is a worker in the mode of ignorance.
Same is given, no? Lazy. Alasya, pramada, alasya, nidrabhihi. First column, you see, enthusiastic and resolute, and who is indifferent to success or failure. We learnt Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva, and in 12th chapter, we learnt everywhere. So, because he's not attached. At those in the middle column, you see, those who are attached, they'll be greedy. Why? Because those who are attached to the karma pala, if they get success, they will desire for more. If they get failure in that, then they will get anger, visa, lust, kama, that leads to krodha and lobha. So the fashionable people, that is those who are in Rajoguna. Rajoguna people will never be able to satisfy them. Okay. Therefore, they'll be either in distress or happiness. When they get the result, what they expected, they are happy. When they don't get the result, what they expected, they are morose. Hare Krishna.
3 kinds of intelligence based on the modes of material nature. 18.30. O son of Pritha, that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating, that understanding is established in the mode of goodness. 18.31. And that understanding, which cannot distinguish between the religious way of life and the irreligious, between action that should be done and action that should not be done, that imperfect understanding, O son of Pritha, is in the mode of passion. 18.32. That understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion under the spell of illusion and darkness and strives always in the wrong direction, O Partha, is in the mode of ignorance.
Because they don't have knowledge. Since they don't have knowledge, they think what is not to be done only has to be done. They don't understand. They don't believe in taking anybody's guidance. That's why Krishna told, even if you do anything as a routine also, you will come to knowledge, because under the guidance of the gurus. Right? But the first one is, you see, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, and which is binding and which is liberating, because they are in Sattva Guna. Sattva Guna is illumination. What are the Sattva Guna effect we saw? Sukha Sangena, Jnana Sangena. Right? And what did we see? Nirmalatvam. Prakashamayam, Prakasham Avyayam. 3 gunas, 3 characteristics we saw. It is always illuminating. It doesn't distinguish all those things. So what will happen? Because it binds with Sukha, happiness, and Jnana. So obviously, they are not afraid of anything. They know this body is perishable. I am not this body. I am the soul. They have this knowledge. So they are not afraid of their death or anything. What is tomorrow? They are not bothered. Right? What has to happen will happen. And nothing will happen to me because I am eternal. The full 2nd chapter we learnt. Right? Okay? Hare Krishna. Yes. Shesh Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Can you read next onwards?
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
18
3 kinds of determination. Yes.
3 kinds of determination based on the modes of material nature. 18.33. O son of Pritha, that determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice and thus controls the mind, life, and the acts of the senses, is in the mode of goodness. 16.34. And the determination by which one holds fast to fruitive result in religion, economic development, and economic development is sense gratification, is the nature of passion, O Arjuna. 18.34. And that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, and delusion. Such unintelligent and determination is in the mode of darkness. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so first one, Krishna told, what is that? Abhyasa yoga yuktena vairagyena cha grahyate. Krishna told in the 6th chapter itself. And also, not only that, he has been telling about sense control from 2nd chapter. Kurmanganiva. So all those people who are able to control their senses, means this is, senses are more gross than the mind, easy to control. Mind is more subtler. So once we are able to control our senses, automatically we will be trained to control our mind also. So when we are trained to control our mind, the intelligence will tell this is good, this is not. So mind will be listening to the intelligence. See, mind should, it is subtler. In fact, the mind should be controlling the senses and intelligence should control the mind. But in our daily life, it happens vice versa. So it happens upside down. That is why we are not able to control our senses. So the mind is not able to control the senses. So those who have controlled their intelligence, that will control the mind. And those who have controlled their mind, Bandhuratmat, those who have controlled their mind will be definitely be able to control the senses. So whole game is again right from the Swabhava to Shraddha, willpower. So this control is nothing but the determination. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Next.
18.37. That which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar and which awakens one to self-realization is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. 18.38. That happiness which is derived from the contact of the senses with their objects and which appears like nectar at first but poison at the end is said to be the nature of passion. 18.39. And that happiness which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion from beginning to end and which arises from sleep, laziness, and delusion is said to be of the nature of ignorance.
So all verses, last column, sleep, laziness, that only. Pramada, alasya, nidrabhihi. Now, a very important thing for 18.37 and 18.38, you know doubt. There are two things known as Shreya and Preya. Srila Prabhupada has explained very well in the purport. Shreya means short-term pleasure, long-term pain. Preya is short-term pain, long-term pleasure. Sorry, I think I said reverse. Once again, Shreya means in the long run, it will give us fame, it will give us pleasure. So Shreya is long-term pleasure. That means in short term, it will be very painful. See, if we have high fever, we are given medicine or injection. So in short term, right now, if the injection is given, in future, I will become all right. So that is Shreya. Short term pain, long term pleasure. Okay. Same way. See, like summer has come. Summer camp, everybody is conducting. Every ISKCON is conducting summer camp. Those who are going and attending the summer camp, yeah, I do agree. Going in the hot sun, bringing them back for parents, everybody, it is very difficult. But in the short run, if they take the pain of taking the kids and children also take the pain of sitting there and working hard, in long term, they have all pleasure. Krishna will give them only happiness, happiness, happiness. So the first one, 18.37 is Shreya. And 18.38 is short-term pleasure. Now we are very happy. Now we are very happy. And in the future, we will not be. You can take this this one also, like medicine. If anyone has got jaundice, no. In the beginning, when we only medicine is sugarcane juice. So in the beginning, when we drink sugarcane juice, it will be very bitter. We won't feel the sweetness at all. But what happens? That is in the short run. If we take it in the long run, it is going to cure the jaundice. But those who do not take, they go through the pain of jaundice. They are ready to go through the pain of jaundice. But how will they be all right in the future? So in the future also they will have to suffer. Now they say it is too bitter, I don't want to drink, let me bear it. They are bearing. But in future also they need to bear. So one who suffers now, in future they'll be happy. One who wants to be happy now, they will have to suffer later. So that is Shreya and Preya. 18.37 is Shreya, 38 is Preya, 39 is no action. That is known as inertia. That one, okay? So you can see yourself, add the marks and see whatever it is. You yourself tell. If you have got, pat at the back. That's it. Whatever you have got, you pat at the back. Don't worry. Less or more is endeavor only. The Lord sees the bhav. How much we endeavor only he sees, right? Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Oh, sorry. Hare Krishna. What happened?
Yes, Mataji.
One second. One slide came and it went off.
Yes, ma'am. The knowledge by which, Mataji, it is little. Okay, Mataji. The knowledge by which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all living entities, though they are divided into innumerable forms, you should understand to be in the mode of goodness. 18.20.
That Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, you remember? With one who Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, one who is in full knowledge. That is the Uttamadhikaris, so great devotees. They will see Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishto. One more verse is also there. Hridaye Shunatishtati. Arjuna says in this chapter only, in one more verse also, Krishna says, Arjuna, I am seated in your heart. I am seated in everybody's heart. Krideshu na tishtati, 64 or something it will come. Sorry, I'm seeing some other verse. I'll tell you the number. Okay. So Krishna tells, sorry.
61.
Which one, Mataji?
61.
61. Okay. In the 61 verse, you see, Ishwara Sarva Bhutanam Hrideshuna Tishtati. That Ishwar is seated in everybody's heart. Similarly, 15.15. Sarvasya Chagam Hridi Sannivishto. So Krishna is every now and then telling, I am seated in everybody's heart. Who is seated in everybody's heart? Which Krishna? Which Purusha?
Paramatma.
Paramatma. Very nice, Mataji. Hari Bol. That is Kshiro Dakshaya Vishnu. The Karno Dakshaya Vishnu is the cause for creating the universe. Garbho Dakshaya Vishnu enters every universe to create Garbha, no? To create the living entities, Garbha. And Kshiro Dakshaya Vishnu enters everybody's heart as Paramatma. So one who realizes that means who realizes that Paramatma? Yogis. Jnanis realize the Brahman. Jnanis realize the light effulgence. They think everything is illuminating. That is the Lord. So they don't believe in the form of the Lord. But the yogis, they have come up to the realization of Paramatma. But only the devotees know up to Bhagavan realization. So many examples we saw. Train coming from far away and approaching a mountain peak. You know, at the feet, when we stand, it will look like a small tip tree. But the more we go nearer, we can see all the forms in the mountain, that the greenery, cattle grazing, you know, everything we can see. Is it not? What happened? Screen share went off. Okay. Yes. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
O son of Pratha, that determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which thus controls the activities of the mind, life, and senses, is determination in the mode of goodness.
This is an Ishta. With full determination, we come to the level Shraddha Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivritti, then we come to Nishta. So one comes to Nishta stage, they will be definitely able to. They are the sadhus, right? Anartha Nivritti has gone, heart is purified. Then what is the problem in controlling the mind? After Anartha Nivritti, only Nishta comes. No, Nishta is firm determination and the unbreakable determination. So obviously, for them, life and senses is a determination in the mode of goodness. They don't get carried away by their senses. Senses listen to them. When we sit in the car, steering should control us, or should we control the steering? We should be controlling, right? So that means those who are in mode of goodness, they will control the steering. So there is no question of any accident, falling down. Accident is what? Falling down. So once we reach there, we will never fall down. Hare Krishna. Yes.
शमोदमस्तपशौचं शान्तिरार्जवमेव च ज्ञानं विज्ञानमष्टिक्यं ब्रह्मकर्म स्वभावजं peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness. These are the qualities by which the Brahmanas work. शौर्यं तेजो धृतिर्दाक्ष्यं युद्धे चाप्यपलायनं दानम् ईश्वरभावश्च क्षत्रं कर्म स्वभावजं heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. कृषि गोरक्षवाणिज्यं वैश्यकर्मा स्वभावजं पाञ्चार्यात् मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यपि स्वभावजं. Farming, cattle raising, and business are the qualities of work for the Vaishyas, and for the Shudras there is labor and service to others.
Which these professions are based on what? See, this is a profession given. First is some profession, second is some. And if I tell, you will understand. That's why I'm asking. They are talking about which, whose profession? It's written down. Last word. Brahmanas work. Kshatriyas work. Right? Shudras work. Which verse talk about it? Anybody having any idea? 3.14. Remember, Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. Krishna has divided the entire society on the basis of...
Yes, ma'am. Based on guna karma.
Yes.
Who is
So
Satya
not on the
Guna
basis
is
of birth.
Brahmana. Yeah. Who is Vaishna is they do business or they do agriculture.
Exactly. Correct, Prabhu. Very correct.
Kshatriya, yeah.
So Brahmanas are not by birth. Nowadays you see in Kali Yuga, are Brahmanas peaceful? Do they have self-control? Tolerance, all these things we already read in 13.8. You remember? Amanitvam, Adambitva, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Arjavam, all these things we have learned. Tolerance, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also has said, Trinadapi Shuni Chena, Tarorapi Sagishnuna. So if we do not have that much tolerance, we cannot call as ourselves to be Brahmanas. What is Brahmana's main profession? Patanam, Patanam, Yajanam, Yachanam. Okay? So that means they have to learn the Vedas. They have to spread this knowledge. They should not work. See, where Srila Prabhupada only is telling. When somebody went and told, Prabhupada, I have come in association with non-devotees, etc., etc. So he said, don't worry, you have already fallen down. That means what Prabhupada said, we have already fallen down in this Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, everybody is Shudra. Who is a Shudra? Who serves others as a slave. They are, because Shudra's work is to see that the other three classes are happy. Other three classes are served. That is Shudra's duty. But don't you think we all serve somebody or the other? We all work in the organization for salary. So according to the Vedas, according to the scriptures, those who work for salary are Shudras. Never mind. Don't worry. Why Shudras or Brahmanas doesn't matter. But who is actually the Brahmana? This Bhagavatam says, Brahmana, Vipra, Vaishnava. 3 categories. One who knows the Brahma Janeti iti Brahmana. One who has understood the Brahman realization is the Brahmana. All others are Shudra. Okay, so if you are in Brahman realization, what is Brahman realization? Everything, what is that? Matta parataram nanyat kinjidat siddhanajaya, we can say, preya mitaswanyam, prakritim viddhi me param. Everything is controlled by Lord's energy. Okay, and bhumi rapo nalo vayu kammano buddhir evacha. So Lord himself is saying, I am all the elements, Panchamahabhuta, Rasogamapsu Kaunteya, I am the taste in the water, heat in the sun. Is it not? So, one who understands this, one who is very grateful, Chaturvarnya Maya Srisham Guna Karma Vibhagashka, that is also one. But Vaishyas, here you come. What is that? Annad Bhavati Bhutani Parjanya Tanna Sambhavaha. So we are farming, agriculture, lot of produce is coming, but everything we utilize for ourselves, no? So how can we call ourselves as a Brahmana? Do we sacrifice? Annad bhavati bhutani parjanya tanna sambhavaha. That one, another one, yajna chishta shinaschanto. Bunjate sarva kilpishai. One who do not offer the harvest to the Lord and then eat, they are eating none other than the papa. So that means we all are Shudras. Okay, but we can call ourselves Brahmana when we have all these qualities, that we have the wisdom. What is the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge is not practically experimented. But the knowledge, when we put into practice and we see and realize that knowledge, then it becomes wisdom. Okay, so Brahma Janeti iti Brahmana. Obviously, for that is what, Arjuna is telling in the second one, heroism. Arjuna tells, oh Krishna, I don't want to fight. Krishna is scolding him. Ashochevananna shochatvan. How can you think so? It is very, meager, very fallen down thought it is. Being a Vaishnava, being a Kshatriya, you are saying you don't want to fight. Do you know it is papam? Not doing the Varnashrama Dharma is a papam. So if you run away from this battlefield, you will incur sin. But you are Ashochatvan. You are saying fighting in this battlefield, you will incur sin. How can it happen? So what is the, from this one, analogy, what is the example Prabhupada has given in the purport? The heroes, those who are in the border, those who fight for the country, those who have to kill people or get killed in the battle, do they incur any sin? Definitely not, because they are working at the order of their supreme authorities. So here, Arjuna, I am telling you, go and fight. You are only the Nimitta Matra. I know he had already shown everybody goes into Krishna's mouth. Is it not? But Krishna is saying, these Kshatriyas should have these qualities. Only then they are said to be Kshatriyas. So many stories we know, Lakshmi, Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai, and in that Rajaput, Rana Rajaput, I think, he comes back and that his wife scolds him, and another one, he runs away at his back. The arrow is hit, so he is buried, something, so many stories, especially in that Rana, what do you call, in history, we read these stories, isn't it? Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhu.
यथा प्रवृत्तिर्भूतानां येन सर्वमिदं ततं स्वकर्मेण तमभ्यर्च्छ सिद्धिं विन्दति मानवा. By worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, man can in the performance of his own duty attain protection.
There's something similar to this picture only we saw, if you remember, Yajna Shishta Shinaschanto, in that. The farmer was harvesting and a nice prasadam plate, banana leaf was there, you remember? Because he was sacrificing to the Lord. So who will do that? Only people who are in goodness, people who are in passion. Rajoguna, they will only enjoy the harvest. They will not give the credit to sun. They will not give the credit to Indra. These people, Devatas, give the same credit to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in turn. So the Lord is satisfied. So we saw in the 17th chapter and 14th also. Even if we worship the Devatas, we are worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead only. But Abhidhi Purvakam, in a wrong manner we are worshipping, isn't it? Because Devatas know Devatas have got all the powers. Brahma tells for creation, when Narada Muni asked, how come you are able to produce, I mean, such a beautiful creation? He said, no, 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 no. I have no knowledge at all. It is all because of the Supreme Personality of Godhead who has given me this knowledge. I am able to do this. So he gives all the credit to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Shreyan swadharmo viguna paradharmat swanushthita swabhava niyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. It is better to engage in one's own occupation to accept another's occupation and perceive nature, and never affected by sinful reactions.
Another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Duties prescribed according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reaction. Same thing just now I said. People who are involved in this profession, in their profession according to their Varnashrama Dharma. So Krishna told Arjuna, Arjuna, you fight. It will not incur sin. See, there's a proverb. In schools, parents expect all, swimming also, horse riding also, archery also, everything they want their children to learn under one roof in the school itself. So what we say, parents expect the teachers to teach the fish to climb the tree. Is it possible? Can we teach the fish to climb the tree? That's what, all 8 types of intelligence. They want their children to be good in music also, dance also, yoga also, everything. So similarly here, according to the Varnashrama Dharma only, we will have ability. So it is better always to do once Varna. See, Brahmana, Patanam we said. But that Brahmana, today, which Brahmana is doing Patanam? Most of the Brahmanas are working in IT industry and things like that. That is why there's chaos in the society. Because people believe in performing perfectly those activities which even do not belong to their Varnashrama Dharma. But this verse very beautifully says that even if you are not able to perform perfectly, it's okay. But if you perform your activity which is prescribed for you in your Varnashrama Dharma, that is 1,000 times better. Why? It will be like just now we saw Shreya and Preya. You remember, initially you may find it very difficult, but in the long run, it will give you pleasure. So we should never consider that our Varnashrama Dharma, whichever Varnashrama, we all know, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya, and similarly, what is that? Why it's not? My slide is not moving. Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Similarly, Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannayasa. 4 order and 4 Varna. Yes.
One can obtain the results of renunciation simply by self-control and by becoming unattached of material things and disregarding material enjoyments. That is the highest perfectional stage of renunciation.
So you remember the question, first question? Yeah, renunciation or renounced order? That was the question. First question in this chapter, the question to Krishna was. So 2, 3, that tabular column we were doing, no, how many marks we have got? That is only to tell us that how we have to transcend from a karma yogi to nishkama karma yogi, sakama karma yogi to nishkama karma yogi. Sakama karma yogi performs his karmic action with the desire, with an expectation. It is not ahaituki. So how to transcend ourselves? By transcending our gunas. So all these things here, as I have been teaching you, we have to, with determination, control our swabhava and try to accept Shraddha. Yesterday and day before I explained so well, if you remember, Swabhava is the Prarabdha karma which we have brought from, which is the soul is embodied with conditioned. And Shraddha is the faith in the scripture. Faith in the scripture are pulling us away from the Swabhava. So if you are able to, with the determination, just now we saw, determination is the strong ability to overcome the, free will. So if we have to overcome the free will, that is the process of transcending from one guna to another. For that, the process, Krishna has explained the process very well. What is the process? Abhideya. But that Sambandha knowledge, our relation with the Lord, Abhideya is the process. How to go to the Lord. What is our Sambandha? He is our 4444 Father, eternal Father. So how to go to Him? In 12th chapter, in 2nd chapter, Sukha Dukkhe Same Kritva, equanimity is important. Amanitvam, Adambitvam, all these things, pridelessness and what is that? Tolerant, wisdom, all these things are. Yesterday also we saw Abhayam, Sattvam, Samshuddhir, Jnanam, Yogam, Vyavastitaha, Danam, Damascha, Yajnascha, Swadhyaya. All these things are the process. If we perform, if we adapt all these qualities, we will definitely transcend very easily with the mercy of Guru and Gauranga in the association of sadhus. Sadhu, yes, you remember? Sadhu and spiritual master and shastras. Then we can easily transcend. Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So that previous verse was how to transcend from Sakama Karma to Nishkama Karma. Yes.
Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma न शोचति न कांक्षति समा सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम. One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman. He never laments nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed to every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me.
Yes. So first, what is it talking about? Brahman realization we saw. Sat, Chit. Then the yogis come up to the Paramatma realization. Anand. That is our, yesterday we saw Om Tat Sat. Remember? So if we start every activity with Om Tat Sat, that is again one of the gratitude we show, no? Realization. Like I said, 7th chapter, we have to be grateful. Similarly, here, if we start any activity, it shows that I am surrendering everything to you before starting and after finishing. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamatsu. Om Tat Sat Iti, and at the end, Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamatsu. In that case, what will happen? First, we will realize the Brahman. Once we realize the Brahman, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam, the Lord will give us that understanding. Sata Shri Krishna Namadi Nabhavid Grahyam Intriyehi. With our senses, we cannot understand. So what should we do? Sevin Mukhehi Jigvado. Keep on worship, keep on glorifying the Lord. So Lord will give us that sense with which we will be able to transcend. So with our हमारे बलबूते पर we cannot understand the Lord and His potency. So for that we have to surrender unto Him. So slowly we are going to surrender. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
भक्त्या मामभिजानाति यावान्यश्चामि तत्त्वतः ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा निशते तदनन्तरम्. One can understand the Supreme Personality in full consciousness of the Supreme. Mataji, the picture is covering the world.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, I think I am not able to hear, others are also, I don't understand. If you can come little closer to the mic. Hare Krishna. So this was, just now I told you, remember I gave a work, write all Asamshayam, write all Shrunu, write all Tattva. So see 2 Tattvas. Tattva is what? The absolute truth. So one can understand the Lord as Supreme Personality of Godhead only by understanding the tattva. What is the tattva? Absolute truth. What is absolute truth? There is nothing beyond Him. There is nothing equal to Him. So if you are able to understand, that means we are already in devotional service. So finally, Sakama Karma, Nishkama Karma, Jnana, everything is going to culminate finally in the devotion. But the Lord says Jnana Yoga and that Ashtanga Yoga will take a long time because of the process. Sense control, mind control, all this. But if we learn to employ if we learn to involve all our senses in Paramdrishtva Nivartate for the higher purpose, obviously all other, the mind, senses, intelligence, everything will be controlled. So desire cannot be overruled. Desire is the nature of the soul. It will desire. Senses will attract. So what should we do? All the time think of the Lord or serve the Lord. So obviously senses will attract. And when can I go to Mangalarati? Where can I go? Where this satsanga is going on? Like that our senses will be attracted. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Sarvakarmanya api sada kurvano manvyapashaya matprasadadavapnoti shashwatam padamavyayam. Though engaged in all kinds of activities, my devotee under my protection reaches the eternal and imperishable by my grace.
So only with the Lord's grace we can reach. If we think Andakalecha Mamevam Swaranamutva Kalevaram, I will remember at the time of death. Not at all possible. How much ever devotional service, even if we do, whether we are able to remember or not. Mattaga smriti jnanam apoganam cha. The Lord has to give us the knowledge. The Lord has to give us the memory, smriti. Lord has to take away the apoganam at the last minute. Otherwise, we cannot attain the Lord. So for that, we have to surrender to the Lord. How much ever we endeavor, as I told you, remember that verse, nectar of instruction, Atat Shri Krishna Namadi. With our endeavor, with our senses, we cannot understand. Seven Mukhehi Jikvado. Whenever, say Kulakshayagar Alvar told you, remember, oh Krishna, when the death comes, this body is made up of Vata, Pitta, Kapha. How much I will suffer, what I will be going through, I don't know. So Krishna, right now I am sane, I am in senses. Why don't you take my soul now itself? He is asking the Lord, isn't it? So now we are. So what should we do? Seven Mukhegi Jigvado. Keep on chanting, keep on glorifying the Lord, keep on reading Bhagavatam, keep on spreading this message. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Yare Teke Dare Kago, Krishna Upadesha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
मच्चित्ता सर्वदुर्गाणि मत्प्रसादात् तरिष्यसि अथ चेत्त्वम् अहङ्कारं न शोष्यसि विनङ्क्ष्यसि. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditional life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost.
Again, Shrunume. Here in this also it has come. So if we don't listen to him, if we do not hear him, so many times Krishna has told, such a wonderful book he has given, life manual. After that also we don't listen to him. Obviously what? We should be lost. After that also, if we expect someone to come uddhar karna, how will they do? One will do, definitely not. So if you become conscious of me, think of me all the time. In Bhakti Yoga, you remember, first he told, Maya Sakta Manavesham, first you fix your intelligence at my feet. Okay, not able to, no problem. Then you follow the 4 regulative principle. That also you are not able to do. Do some work for me. That is devotional service. Oh, you are not able to do that also. Okay, do whatever you want. At least tyag, that is you renounce the karma pala. So for easiest formula he has given. Do everything what you want. Enjoy whatever you want. Finally you say, okay, Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. After telling this also, if we don't get involved into devotion, then who will help? He will say, get lost. Right? Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां हृदयेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on the machine made of the material energy.
Now, so many times we have seen this PPT slide, 2 birds and a tree. Two parrots sitting on a tree, one parrot enjoying the fruit, another parrot seeing at the fruit. Without knowing, hunter is begin, this fruit is enjoying, sorry, this parrot is enjoying the fruit. So Paramatma also is seeing, O soul, Ayurgarati Vaipum Sam Uddannastam Doshega, with every sunrise and sunset, Ayur Harati Vaipum Sam, for all the living entities, Pumsam, Ayur Harati, one day comes down. Without knowing that we are enjoying this material world. So that's what the Lord is saying, material this, Arjuna, I am directing you. But at least you turn your face, no, look at me, I will guide you. So only the bird has to, with the determination, Nishtha, just now we saw, has to turn towards the supreme super soul. That is again Supreme Lord only. Super soul is none other, Supreme Lord only. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
तमेव शरणं गच्छ सर्वभावेन भारत तत्प्रसादात् परं शान्तिं स्थानां प्राप्स्यसि शाश्वतम्. O son of Bharata, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace you will attain transcendental peace and the supreme and eternal abode.
So, Prataprudra, he always used to think, I am not ruling this, my region, my kingdom. Who is ruling? Jagannath. So he knows very, very well. Bhoktaram yakya tapasam, sarvaloka maheshwaram, sugardam sarvabhutanam. Again it came. The Lord is in the heart. So he never thought this kingdom belongs to me. He never thought I am ruling this kingdom. So he gave everything, surrendered everything at the lotus feet of Jagannath. That's why he used to sweep during the Ratha Yatra. In fact, Mahaprabhu did not want to give him darshan only because he was a sannyasi. He said, I will not meet any king and all. And finally, somehow, with the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's help, after the Rath Yatra, Mahaprabhu was resting in a garden, park, whatever it is. So he went and he was, Pada Sevanam he was doing, and he sang the beautiful Gopi Geet. That, that Mahaprabhu got literally carried away. And then he gave him darshan. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Iti te jnanam akyatma. Hare Krishna.
Oh, sorry, Mataji, I was in mute.
No.
Iti te jnanam akhyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrishya ashnena yathechasi tatha kuru. Thus I have explained to you the most confidential of all knowledge. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do.
Krishna told, whatever, how much I was telling you, it is all of no use. When you are able to surrender to me. Previous slide, you remember how he surrendered to Jagannath? So when you surrender to me, no need for Karma Yoga, no need for Jnana Yoga, no need for Ashtanga Yoga. Leave everything and surrender unto me. So that means, again the same. One exam we have to pass, is it not? If we surrender to the Lord, he will give us the knowledge at the last minute. So after hearing everything, surrendering, Arjuna is telling, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Arjuna uvacha nishto moha smritirlabdha tvat prasadan mayachute stitosmi ingata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy, and now I am now firm and free from doubt, and am prepared to act according to your instruction.
Arjuna's illusion went in the second chapter only. Karpanya Toshapata Swabhaha only. But he was asking all these questions for this Kali Yuga people. Kali Yuga, you all know, Pranalpa, Yusasabhya, and Kalau Asmin Yuge Janaga, Manda, Sumanda Matayo, Manda Bhagya. That is the reason Arjuna kept on asking question after question. But otherwise, he is realized he is Vishaka Sakhi, right? So, but Arjuna, for us, he asked all these questions. Yes, Prabhu. This is the most secret knowledge the Lord gave in the 9th chapter, last verse. Most secret knowledge, Guhyatama, that most confidential knowledge. Again, he is reminding. Yes.
Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Always think of me and become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend.
Hari Hari Bol. See, Radha, this is what, daily we say, no? Radha, Govinda, ISKCON, Kulai, Mangaluru temple. And they are so beautiful, and temple is also so beautiful. We need to surrender to them. That's all. They will take care of everything. But the faith, that's what Bhakti starts with. Faith, Shraddha, Sadhu, Sangha, Bhajana, Kriya. Yes, Prabhu.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. Abandon all varieties of religion and just Mataji, something is there. Picture is covering it. Reaction, do not fear.
Yes, Prabhu. Should I read?
No, Mataji. In the translation, the picture is
Yeah,
covering.
okay. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. So do not fear. So when you remember that picture, what is that? Advesha Sarvabhutanam. No, I will take you. Mrityu Samsara Sagarat. The Lord tells in the 12th chapter, we are in the ocean. And when we are in the ocean, the Lord comes from up and the Lord tells, don't worry, I will help you to Mrityu Samsara Sagarat. I will help you to cross over this material world. He tells in the Advesha Sarvabhutanam only, I think. Nirmamo Nirahankara. No. Teshamagam Samudrata Mrityu Samsara Sagara 7th verse. Bhavamina Chirat Partha Maya Veshita Chetasam. So don't worry, I will come. Whenever you have to cross this material ocean, I will be there with you. I will give my hand and I will take you with me. That is 12.7. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Idam te nata pashkaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrusha vivacham na cha mamyo bhyashuyati. This confidential knowledge may not be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, nor to one who is envious of me.
Everywhere Krishna tells secret, 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 and he has given to the entire world. But still, who comes? Those who have all these things. Though are austere, they come. Who are devoted, they come. Who are engaged in devotional service, they come. That's why he is proudly saying that those who do not approach me, it doesn't happen to them. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Vaidam paramam guhyam madbhakti bidashati bhaktim mai param krutva mame vaishyatta samshayah. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end, he will come back to me.
Hari Bol. One more verse with Samshayam. I have given that exercise to both of you, right? Mataji and Prabhuji, you can note down. 68th verse. So for one who explains the supreme secret. See, Prabhupada also says, we can't do any seva to our guru, right? Vapu seva, not at all possible. But at least we can do Vani seva, no? We can bring as many devotees as possible to Krishna consciousness. That is the service we can do to our Guru, Srila Prabhupada. Devotional service. We have to make as many devotees as possible. Whether it's first of all, let us become devotee. Yeah, definitely. We all keep hearing. Starts with Shravanam. Rest of the things the Lord will. Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. Yetamam Prapatyante. How much you endeavor, accordingly I will give you that strength. He himself says, Yetamam Prapatyante. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमा भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्य प्रियतरो भुवि. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear.
Yes, so who is very dear to Krishna, who's preach this message, who makes many devotees, who bring many people to near to Krishna. He loves them. Hare Krishna.
अध्येष्यते च या इमं धर्म्यं संवादमाव्ययो ज्ञानायज्ञेन तेनेहम् इष्टस्यामिति मे मति. And I declare that he who studies this sacred conversation worships me by his intelligence.
So who was again finally given? Lord says again, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam, that we should never forget. If you are able to understand, it is because of the Lord. Or not according to our strength. We can never understand that. Okay. He told in the 7th chapter also, no. Balam Balavatam Chagam, I am the strength in the prowess. So with the brain, whatever it is, only one that free will, that pulls us down because of the Purva Janma karma. The soul is conditioned. That is the reason. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
श्रद्धावान् श्रद्धावाननसूयश्च शृणोयादपि नो यो नर सोऽपि मुक्तः शुभालोकान् प्राप्नोयात् पुण्यकर्मणाम्. And one who listens with faith and without envy becomes free from sinful reaction and attains to the planets where the pious dwell.
Very important, very, very important. Shrunuyad, one who hears. How do we have to hear? Shraddhavan. So Bhagavatam also says, no, one who listens with rapt attention, listen to the Bhagavatam. There is no doubt at all. We all will reach Lord's abode. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Sanjaya said, "Thus have I heard the conversation of two great souls, Krishna and Arjuna, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end. By the mercy of Vyasa, I have heard these most confidential talks directly from the master of all mysticism, Krishna, who was speaking personally to Arjuna. O king, as I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure, being thrilled at every moment."
This is very important. We should be grateful. Sanjay is grateful to Vyasadeva because Vyasadeva gave him the Jnana Chakshu. Prema Jana Churita Chakshu Vilochanena. If that Prema Anjana Chakshu had not been there, Sanjay would not have seen at all the battle. And so this is what the real knowledge. Real knowledge is what? We understand something, but we put it into practice. We should be so that first, all the process, as I said, abhideya, that starts from the like gratefulness to the mercy of the Lord. So how many verses once again? 574 verses Krishna said, and 84 verses Arjuna said, 41 verses Sanjaya said. Only one, the first verse, who is that? Dhritarashtra said, right? Total 700 verses. And the last verse is very, very important. That is, it's not given here. Okay. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhuntir Dhruvani Tirmatir Mamaga. 1 minute. I'll stop and I will share because that it's not going to the last one. 1 second. Yes, 18th chapter. Just tell me whether you are able to see my screen. That's it. 1 second. Hare Krishna. So that Yatra Yogeshwaro, I am not able to share. Hare Krishna. Yeah, are you able to see the screen now? Because these things are very, very important. Wherever Krishna is there, it's not only the victory. Krishna and Arjuna are there. What all will be there? See, the supreme archer, very important. In the 6th verse, Arjuna dropped the Gandiva. Here it is said that he has picked up the Gandiva. And there will be certainly be opulence. Lots of all beauty, all strength, all wealth, all knowledge and renunciation. We know 6 opulences. That also will be there. Of course, victory will be there. And extraordinary power. Who gives this? Lord's power. Sorry, what is that? Balam Balavatam Chakam. And where Lord is there, Arjuna is there. Obviously, all morality is that 13th chapter, 8 to 12 verse, 12th chapter, 13th to 20th verse, everything, and the 17th chapter, 1, 2, 3 verses, everything comes under morality. So all these characteristics, gunas, come under morality. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anybody having any doubts? Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुपस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, नामनिष्ठा प्रभु की जय। All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Anybody
Hare
having
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna? I'm seeing new devotees. Sivagami Mataji. Today only I'm seeing you, Mataji. Meenal Tiwari Mataji. Thank you for joining. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So tomorrow onwards, we will try to meet 7 to 7:40 only. 40 minutes, we will start reading Krishna book. Krishna book is nothing but 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Otherwise, we will try with bridge course. Both. I will talk to Aishwarya Mataji tomorrow. Either Krishna book or a bridge course. Till the next batch starts. Okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Anybody having any doubt?
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Please.
Really grateful to you. It's really honor. Thank you,
All glories
Mataji.
to Srila Prabhupada, and I am very grateful to Aishwarya Mataji, who had the faith in me and who has given me, and also Namanishta Prabhu. With his effort only these classes have started. 54 batches is not a joke, Prabhuji completed. And how much he doesn't want anything. As I told, real devotee. He wants to bring as many souls as possible near to Krishna. With that one objective, he is doing lot of service. So we all should be grateful to Namanishta Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare